In a world where nations compete quietly, not with weapons but with innovation, China has just revealed a mega project so advanced, so unbelievably ambitious, that global experts are calling it the moment the United States officially fell a century behind. This isn't an opinion. This is a turning point. A technological shockwave that proves China is operating on a level the world didn't think was possible for another 50 to 100 years. Imagine a structure, a machine, or a system built at a scale that challenges physics, redefines engineering, and pushes the limits of what humanity can achieve. Imagine a project so big that satellites orbiting Earth had to be recalibrated just to map its growing footprint. This is the kind of mega project China has just completed. A project combining artificial intelligence, clean energy, advanced materials, robotics, quantum computing, and hyper-efficient logistics into a single unstoppable ecosystem designed for the future. While the US debates budgets, politics, and approvals, China has built something real. Something operational. Something that is already reshaping global supply chains, energy flows, and the balance of technological power. This is the moment the world realized China is not catching up, the world is trying to catch China. China's new mega project represents the kind of national coordination the United States hasn't seen in decades. It begins with scale. Not millions of dollars. Not billions. We're talking trillions. A project so strategically planned that it isn't meant to function for the next 10 years, but the next 100. Powered by infrastructure that stretches across provinces, autonomous systems that never sleep, and AI networks that monitor everything from energy efficiency to structural integrity in real time. Engineers say this project looks impossible. Until you stand on it. Then it becomes obvious that China is building for the next era while everyone else is still patching up the last one. China's strategy is simple: build first, innovate fast, scale relentlessly. And this mega project is the ultimate proof. China has mastered what the US once dominated: the spirit of boundless ambition. The project's heart is its energy system. A clean, renewable foundation so efficient that it produces more power than entire American cities combined. Unlike US infrastructure, much of which was built in the 1950s and 60s, China's framework doesn't require repairs, replacements, or endless bureaucracy. This new project practically heals itself through self-repairing materials, smart monitoring, and automated maintenance robots. Even the transportation system inside the project is something straight out of science fiction. Passenger pods glide without noise or friction. Cargo moves in fully autonomous lanes that track demand and reroute themselves automatically with zero human intervention. Every second of operation is optimized. Every movement is synced. Every watt of energy is calculated. And every detail is designed to exist decades into the future. In the United States, engineers are still struggling to modernize airports, fix bridges, or complete basic infrastructure projects that run years behind schedule. Meanwhile, China is deploying hyper-intelligent transit that feels like stepping a century forward in time. Then there's the data core. A quantum-enhanced processing center that uses next-generation computing to coordinate millions of inputs at once. It predicts traffic before it forms. It optimizes energy before demand spikes. It adjusts climate control based on real-time weather patterns. It even safeguards structural stability by monitoring microvibrations from the Earth itself. The US simply does not have anything comparable, not in scale, not in efficiency, and not in national vision. This mega project is more than engineering. It's a message, a declaration, a demonstration that China's speed, scale, and technological momentum have become something the United States can no longer match through traditional means. For years, analysts described China as catching up. But today, the conversation has completely changed. China isn't catching up. China is setting the new standard. And the US is reacting, not leading. American innovation used to be defined by projects like the Hoover Dam, the Interstate Highway System, the Apollo missions. Those moments are now half a century old. While the US government debates what should be done, China simply does it. China doesn't wait. China builds. China executes. China solves. This new mega project is proof that the world's new era of industrial dominance is being written in Asia, not in Washington. And the consequences are immense. Energy markets will shift. Manufacturing hubs will evolve. Global transportation patterns will transform. The world's biggest companies will rethink where they invest, where they build, and where the future is heading. Because the future is clearly being constructed in China right now, not in the distant future. The US has incredible talent, innovation, and resources, but its political gridlock, decaying infrastructure, and slow-moving institutions make projects like this nearly impossible. China, on the other hand, has mastered the unthinkable combination of scale, speed, and precision. What China just built shows a level of coordination the US simply cannot match without fundamental change. Not incremental reform, a complete transformation. This mega-project is the type of achievement historians will look back on as a moment when global leadership shifted dramatically. A moment where technology and ambition converged into something so massive, the old world order visibly cracked. Standing on this mega-project feels like standing in the year 2125. Standing in the US feels like being stuck in 2025. And that is the truth behind the headline. China didn't just build something incredible. China built something that changed the scoreboard. Something that showed the world what the next century will look like and who will lead it. The question is no longer whether China can compete with the US. The question now is whether the US can adapt fast enough to avoid falling even further behind. Because this mega-project isn't just a sign of China's rise. It is the blueprint of what the future looks like. And in many ways, the future has already arrived, just not in America. As the world watches China's new mega-project come online, something unexpected is happening behind closed doors. Government agencies in Europe are quietly requesting briefings. Multinational corporations are rushing to understand how China engineered such a massive leap. Even American analysts, usually confident, often dismissive, are privately admitting that the scale of this advancement is unprecedented. This project isn't just bigger. It's smarter, more efficient, more self-sustaining. It operates like a living organism, learning, adapting, optimizing itself in real time. And every part of it, from the foundations beneath the ground to the networks above the sky, follows a simple principle: no wasted motion, no wasted energy, no wasted time. China didn't design this for today. China designed this for the next generation. The robotics inside this project alone are decades ahead. Machines here don't just move cargo, they understand it. They read its size, weight, temperature, and destination within seconds. They coordinate with thousands of other machines, avoiding collisions with precision greater than human reflexes. They even predict maintenance needs before parts fail, eliminating downtime entirely. This is a world where human error has been replaced by AI precision. Where inefficiency has been replaced by seamless automation. Where old industrial systems, the kind still used in the US, feel like relics of a distant past. And then there's the environmental impact. The US talks about green energy. China builds it. America debates funding. China breaks ground. America proposes long-term plans. China completes them. This mega-project is powered almost entirely by renewable energy, solar farms optimized by AI, wind systems that adjust their angle in real time, hydro networks that store excess power with unprecedented efficiency. This is not the green future the world imagined. It's greener, cleaner, more self-sufficient. Experts estimate that the amount of carbon saved by this project alone is equivalent to eliminating the emissions of millions of cars. Not just a cleaner system, a transformative one. But the real shock comes when you look at the numbers. The construction pace was not measured in years, it was measured in months. Thousands of workers and robots working around the clock, guided by AI-driven construction models that updated every few hours. It is the kind of coordinated effort the US hasn't achieved since the Apollo era. And that's where the biggest question emerges: what has the US been doing while China builds the future? While China constructs mega-projects that reshape the global landscape, the US struggles to build a single high-speed rail line. While China develops next-generation energy grids, America debates whether to repair bridges built in the 1960s. While China pushes for futuristic infrastructure, American cities are still maintaining pipes, roads, tunnels, and power systems that were installed before the internet even existed. This is not a small gap. It is a century-wide divide. The world's new innovation capital is no longer Silicon Valley. It's not New York. It's not Washington. It is increasingly looking like a vast stretch of land in China where technology, ambition, and national vision intersect to create something truly unmatched. The US still has brilliant minds, genius engineers, world-class scientists. But brilliance without infrastructure is like a rocket without fuel, impressive on paper, but grounded in reality. China, on the other hand, has paired its talent with momentum, with funding, with speed, with discipline, and with a willingness to build at a scale no other nation attempts. This mega project sends a message: the future belongs to those who create it, not those who talk about it. And China is creating it piece by piece, breakthrough by breakthrough, project by project. As new drone networks begin uploading data, as autonomous vehicles move in silence, as the quantum core processes information faster than any known system, as renewable power flows endlessly through its channels, as buildings adjust their own climate to reduce energy use, as logistics systems deliver cargo with zero delay, you begin to understand what a century ahead really means. It means China is already living in the age of intelligent infrastructure while America is trapped in an age of outdated systems. China is operating on future time, a timeline where technology doesn't slow down for politics, where progress doesn't wait for debate, where innovation isn't held hostage by bureaucracy. The mega project doesn't just reveal China's advantage. It exposes America's disadvantage. It shows the world that the US is no longer the benchmark for global progress. And that shift, that psychological shift, is perhaps even more powerful than the project itself. Because once the world sees who is leading, they begin to follow. New trade routes, new energy partnerships, new technological alliances, new global supply chains, all shifting in one direction toward China. This project marks the beginning of a new era where China sets the pace, and others race to keep up. But the story doesn't end here. What China is building next is even bigger, even more advanced, even more shocking to those who still believe America holds the technological crown. And the truth is, this mega project is not the end. It is only the beginning. And so, as this mega project stands complete, towering over expectations and rewriting the limits of engineering, the world is forced to face a new reality. China did not simply build something impressive. China built something that declares a new era. A future where vision outruns hesitation, where ambition becomes action, and where progress moves at the speed of imagination. America once held that position. America once led the world with moon landings, global highways, skyscrapers that defied gravity, and infrastructure that set the global standard. But today, the momentum has shifted. The center of innovation has moved. And this project is the undeniable marker of that shift. This isn't about rivalry. It's about direction. It's about which nation is building the world that future generations will live in, work in, and dream in. And right now, that nation is China. While the US debates what could be done, China shows the world what is being done. While America plans for long-term upgrades, China launches full-scale revolutions. While the US struggles with systems built a century ago, China is building systems for the next century. The message is clear: the future will not wait. Technology will not wait. Progress will not wait. And China isn't waiting either. This mega project is more than concrete, steel, and circuits. It is a symbol of what happens when a country commits to building the impossible. A symbol of speed, focus, ambition, and the courage to go beyond limits. And whether the world is ready or not, this is the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where China steps onto the global stage not as a challenger, but as the leader of the next industrial age. The question now is simple: who will follow, who will adapt, and who will be left behind? Because China has already taken the next step. And the rest of the world is a century behind.